Welcome back to Impact Quantum, everyone. It's Stella Levine here, and with me, as always, is the absolutely brilliant Alex Thomas.
Hey, Stella. Today we've got something truly special, like seriously engaging. We're chatting with Dr. Bob Suter, and if his name, rings a bell, it's probably because he penned Dancing with Qubits and has been a total veteran in the computing world for ages.
Right? Bob's got decades of experience, and he just has this incredible knack for cutting through all the quantum noise, if you will, to really highlight what actually matters. From all the hype cycles and hardware shakeouts that we hear about to, how students today are even preparing for tomorrow's quantum careers, you know?
Exactly. And that's why this conversation is so important. I mean, you've probably seen those headlines, right? Quantum breakthroughs every single week. But do you really know how to read between the lines, to separate genuine progress from just pure buzz? Dr. Suter really helps us unpack all of that.
Totally. One of the big themes we really dug into was the current landscape of quantum hardware. I mean, there are around 85 hardware companies out there right now, which, sounds like a healthy ecosystem. But Bob warns that, we're definitely due for a shakeout.
Oh, absolutely. Not all of them will make it, especially when investors in the market itself start, demanding actual revenue over just pure hype. And beyond just the sheer number of companies, he draws a fascinating parallel to other technology revolutions, like how software eventually outpaced hardware in classical computing. That's something developers and business leaders should really be thinking about.
So let's talk about that, the hardware versus software balance. Bob suggests that while hardware gets a ton of attention, it's often software and applications that truly unlock real value. Kind of like how early computer users cared way more about the apps than the actual specs, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And I found it interesting because he even mentioned that hardware folks sometimes get a bit stuck because they're so rooted in academia or very specific disciplines. These researchers, they've invested their entire careers in certain approaches, and that can slow down broader collaboration or pivoting when it's really needed, you know?
Right. And that totally plays into his idea that quantum computing isn't just about isolated qubits anymore. It's about building integrated systems. Think about it. Cryogenics, control electronics, full software stacks, all working together in harmony.
I loved hearing how Bob sifts through all the press releases each week. He literally looks for words like breakthrough or first ever to see how companies are framing their news. He's a bit skeptical of nonstop sensational announcements, and we both had to laugh because, honestly, same.
It's such a great point, though, and a critical skill for anyone interested in quantum tech. You have to ask yourself, is this really a leap forward or just, surface-level news? That's a question Bob thinks business leaders and tech watchers should be asking all the time.
Absolutely. Critical thinking just pays off. Look, not all quantum hype is equal. You've got to dig deeper. Quantum hardware is plentiful, but a shakeout's coming. Software will often lead where hardware follows, and integration, that's the next frontier. So yeah, huge thanks to Dr. Bob Suter for sharing his insights. If you're curious about Dancing with Qubits, we'll link to it in the show notes.
Thanks for tuning in to Impact Quantum, a podcast for the quantum curious. Subscribe, leave a review, and tell a friend. Stay curious. We'll see you next time.